Good morning, everyone. More like afternoon. Not exactly sure what time zone you guys are in. So I'm going to go over some details on what you'll need for tonight. No. So I'm going to go over... No, honey, that's not the right box, but thank you. So I'm going to go over the details of the materials that you guys will need tonight, depending on what you guys are using as your base coat. So tonight we are going to go and we are going to apply our base coat. I was thinking about doing a video of also prepping your cup. But I am not sure if I'm going to have time to do that. I'm not sure. So here we go. So let me go and find my cup. I was not nearly prepared for this live as I thought I was. So give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm walking all over my basement. I apologize for my rudeness. Okay. So, here we go. So I'm going to turn you guys around. So I stripped this 20 ounce the other day. I still need to strip it some more and get it, yes, and strip it some more and make it beautiful all the way down to the bones. But this is the cup that I will be using. So, like I said, I need to clean it really well. So, right here I have displayed of all of my Crystalline products that I do have on hand. I definitely need to restock on my gel stain. This is becoming my best friend. Yeah, and the Black Friday sale, I went a little crazy. So, actually, these products right here are what I got from my first ever kit. I think I got a quart just to try it out, see how I was going to do. And I have loved it ever since. So I decided to go big or go home, and I got the gallon sizes. So this, I can't remember. I think it's a quart. But I got this gel stain. I still have quite a bit in here. I want to mess around with this some more now that I'm done with my show, so I'm definitely going to mess around with this some more. But if you are wanting to do wood grains or, well, right now I've only used it for wood grains, but I'm going to try to mess with this a little bit more. But this is awesome for wood grains, and it dries extremely fast, so this is pretty awesome. So let me get back to business. So you're going to want to pick your glitter of what you want. So depending on what, oh my gosh, they're still full. I forgot. So depending on what color your glitter is going to be, if it's going to be like black tones or, you know, like purples to blacks or blue to blacks or anything like that, this will be your best friend for your base coat. This is the black gloss. So there is that. I really want to mess with this some more. I think I want to try doing like a Milky Way with it, like a Galaxy Milky Way with black gloss. I've never seen anybody do that, so I really want to try using that for this. Okay. So if you are doing like any opals or anything like that, then Universal White is going to be your best friend. Okay, so depending on what you're using, like I said, if you're doing white glitters and then you're doing spots of like geode spots or however you want to do it, white is going to be your best friend. Okay, now if you're like me and you are obsessed with a certain color tones, for me it is blues, it is greens, and it is purples. Those are my best friends. I don't know why I can't seem to get away from that color combination, but those are my best friends. Okay, so I'm also going to show you, give me 1 second. Like I said, I was not prepared for this. Oh, okay. So I'm also going to show you something else that's going to be your best friend. Well, let me turn you around so you're not up and personal with my gallons. So I'm also going to show you something that is your best friend. So when I got my tumbler kit, it also came with their base colors that you can make, okay? So I'm going to turn you around again. So this is this, okay? These are all the base coats that you can make with all of these pigments. So you got, where is my two? Oh, give me 1 second. Oh. Okay, so you have one, which is white. You're already mixing it into your universal white, so you won't really need this. This is only if you're mixing it with like your base or your top coats, your bright tone, your EP, or your gel stains, okay? So this is, really you won't need this for the base coat if you do have this. So you have your number 2, which is your red. You have number 3, which is your yellow. You have number 4, which is your green. Number 5, which is your blue. Okay. Number 6, which is your lighter tone brown. Number 7, which is your darker tone brown. And number 8, which is your black. Okay. So all of these colors you can use to mix with your universal white to get these colors. Okay, so Peacock right here and Bahama Blue is becoming my best friend. Okay, these two colors are absolutely amazing to mix. I've actually made a pretty periwinkle and I have made a petunia. Okay, but my favorites are the Peacock and the Bahama Blue. Those are my favorites, and I'll probably end up using one of these for my base coats this evening, depending on what glitters I decide to use, which I really need to stop procrastinating on that part. This is not the right one, but you also will get a color chart like the one I just showed you for your gel stains. Okay, so it's going to show you what colors you can mix out of those pigments to get a certain wood color. You're not going to really need it for this particular tutorial, or not tutorial, but tumble along, unless when you get to your top coats over your glitter, if you're wanting to do a wood grain glitter geode cup. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but it was. Okay, so there is also that option. So I'm going to show you something else a little neat, okay? Okay, so this cup that I'm making tonight going to start making tonight is literally going to be an absolute tester. Like, I am going to test the crap out of this stuff, okay? So be prepared for some craziness. So let me find my E6000. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is your E6000, okay? So this is what you're going to use to seal your glitter. But me, being the experimenter that I am going to apply my glitter on top of my base coat using E6000. Wha-bam. I am super nervous. I don't know how it's going to work. A lot of people like to use the Extreme Protection polyurethane for applying their glitter, or using the Bright Tone top coat for applying their glitter. But this stuff is sacred to me, okay? So I'm trying to minimize me using my gallons, if I don't need to replace it with this E6000, okay? So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to base coat my cup, which we're going to go over that step this evening, and I'm going to get it completely covered to the way that I want it, and then I am going to experiment the crap out of this stuff, okay? So this is, you don't need to do this. This is just something that I'm testing out for fun. It's not going to be for a customer cup or anything like that. So if it bombs, it bombs. And it's going to probably bomb hard if it does. If not, if it doesn't work out, then I will go back to my original. Actually, my original, I'm going to tell you my secret. So me and April have came up with this secret, okay? It's not really a secret, I guess. So we do not like applying our glitter with the Extreme Protection polyurethane because it does not, it dries a little bit faster than what we can apply our glitter to, especially if we're using multiple glitters. Okay, so what we like to do is we like to apply our glitter to a wet base coat. Okay, so that's going to be extremely hard for you to do if you're spray painting your cups, which if you have or if you're choosing to, I hope that is already done. Because it is going to need a solid 42 hours. Well, I guess it doesn't need to, but because it is your base coat, I would highly recommend that it needs 48 hours to gas off before you go on to the next steps, okay? So what we like to do is, like I said, we like to apply, awesome Ashley, you're on your game. So what we like to do is we like to apply our glitter to a wet base coat, which Universal White is my best friend and I will always love it, especially with doing cups because I can mix all these nifty colors that I showed you earlier. But because I am using multiple glitters and I have no idea where I'm going to put them or how I'm going to do them, I am going to try using this E6000. I'm going to brush it on with my makeup brush so I'm not getting any streaks in my glitter. I'm going to try to apply my glitter that way so I can get some nifty little Milky Way, some geode spots, some amazing little whatevers I decide to do. Like I said, you don't need to do that if you don't want to. So I also, if you are, for my base coat, I like to brush on my base coat. I did one the other day, you did in the previous video with the E6000 and it worked awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, so also for when I do my base coat, I like to brush my base coat on. Okay, so I'm going to show you these brushes that I've got. Let me see. Okay, so these are the brushes that I like to use. Crystalac also has these brushes, or not these brushes, but they have their own brushes. I don't think they're chip brushes. I'm not exactly sure what category they're under. I ordered them, but I have not yet to try them because these have been amazing to me. There is a link in the recommendations if you're running behind or if you just join the group. You can get these brushes on Amazon or your local craft stores, so you have time to pick those up, okay? If you do not have a brush on hand, you also have the option of applying your base coat with your handy dandy finger, but I have yet to master that step, so I like using my brush.